the Redmen have taken care of business against the Oakley Plainsmen, Robbie.
You know, they're looking to get things going in the right direction, or they got to make sure it's colder. They stop drinking as much water. Cramp play. Thankfully, it's just cramps. They can get those worked out and get them back out on the fence last year, pretty much. So continue going.
Broadcasting tonight's game.
Well,
KQMA 92 points.
looks like Shoemaker is a captain tonight, along with Trenton Colby. Their captains are Kane, Honest, Abel, and Slack. So we'll get the rest of the Redman captains when they turn back around there. Conrad is, or that. As we continue. There's the coin. It is also a team captain then on kickoff. Here from Oakley High School in the Redman football. Gibson as we get set. Redman, who
Get the ball, get you off. Try to get something going early here for the Plainsmen.
So dial, and at the 15 cuts back to start this drive for the Plainsmen.
You're trying to get a hold of Hendricks. Hendricks caught the ankle.
Slack split out left. I formation behind Kane. He's going to be met by Charlie.
Tough run.
Stevenson. This will be the tight end on the left. Tamont, the running backs. There's the snap. They're going to hand it off to Tamont. He comes off the left side. He's hit quickly. A couple different Redmen there to bring him down. Tackle.
Drop to 20.
9 for the Oakley Plainsmen. 10 game. T4. He's looking. He has a hit after a gain of a down.
From his chest, got a quick pass out there, kept the ball low, kept it right where he could get it.
Slack back. 0-0 is our score here from punt for Slack. Is it's going to back 4-yard line.
Trent Colby catch that one, but it took a kind of a medium bounce, but the wind kind of helped. But able to take off with it, get some yards off of it. Not probably the world's guy right there in front of him.
So Trenton Colby brings us offense. Oh, there's the snap. They're going to hand this one off to Hendricks. Hendricks right up the middle, lowers his shoulder, dives forward. He's going to pick.
Able to bounce off, get upfield and get those 5 yards. Tough running up front by the
go in the first quarter. The Redmen go with the hurry-up offense. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby.
Almost looked like Shoemaker and Colby hop towards the line of scrimmage, so didn't get everything that he needed to get going.
49-yard. It's an open. He's going to pick up the first down. He's
we've done a nice job. Redwood's blockers out in front of him. Couldn't get that way.
Down at 10 for the Redmen. Ball at the 43. We're here from Oakley High and huddle up this time. They send a Kugler. time he split out to the left with Wishbone set. There's a snap from Montgomery. They go off the left side with Atwood. Atwood finds. Atwood's going to be pushed back. Yard line.
Bounced off him, went in back into the. Making that play be a stretch play instead of.
Just under 8 minutes left. The tight end on the left side. Wishbone set behind trap. They're going to hand this one off to Hinge. A couple different plays going to bring up third down.
And hitting the red.
And 5, 7:20 and counting left to go. The sixth play of the drive for the Redmen. Going to fight forward. He's going to dive across and get the first down.
Tough run there for Atwood. Got hit. Down, just barely crossing that line. That first down.
And 10. Jaden Atwood's picked up both scoreless here at Oakley High School as the Redmen get and Atwood out. Shoemaker in the backfield. Shoemaker gets to the carry. Shoemaker off the right. See where they mark him down at. Oh, looks like. Nice pickup there by Shoemaker on first down.
They've done a good job seeing which way they're trying to push their guys and able to kind of go between them and get a little bit of yards that way.
8th play of the drive for the Redmen after the gain of 8 by Colton Shoemaker. Nolan Lehman, the tight end on the left side this time. Wishbone set for the Redmen. This time they hand it off to Atwood off the left side. Atwood cuts back. He's still on his feet, gets the first down across the 20. The Redmen in the red zone as they're going to mark Atwood down at the 18.
He's one of those players that as the game goes on, he just continues to run harder and harder. And tonight he's starting off on a good little tear here, hitting that first guy, popping his pads off him, and just keeps those feet driving.
So the Redmen, 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. First trip into the red zone. Again, this is their first drive of the ball game. It'll be play number 9. Kugler split out to the right. Harris Nate back in a tight end at the left side. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. There's a snap from Montgomery. Colby looks back to pass, pump fakes. Now he's going to throw it deep for Kugler. Kugler's up, and he hauls it in. It's a touchdown. Griffin Kugler goes over the top of Cody Zimmerman and hauls it in for 6 from 18 yards out.
Well, we were talking about that on the way down, that we've kind of been waiting for that play as Kugler, he can get up there, he can jump. He showed it there, goes up, gets his hands down in front of the defender, pulls the ball right up over top, gets his back to us so we couldn't see what was going on, but able to get that ball pulled in and go down with his feet inbounds to get that, well, could be touchdown. There is yellow laundry on the field, unfortunately.
This time you weren't the bearer of bad news. I heard it from the PA guy first.
I didn't see it, so he beat me to that one.
So instead of an 18-yard touchdown, it's going to be a penalty on the Redmen. Pushes them back to the 30. So the first penalty of the ball game for the Redmen. Going to replay first down. Again, this will be the 9th play of the ball game as they send Kugler out to the right. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. 1st and 22 from the 30. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Hendrich. Hendrich right up the middle once again and a pile up. He's going to pick up a couple on the play. We'll bring up 2nd down for the Redmen. Ball is going to be at the 28-yard line.
Going to be some tough yards here for the Redmen to get as 20 yards in this win. They're not known for passing, but they can pass. They've done it there to get into the end zone, but it's going to be tough from 20 yards out, as I'm sure Coach Sass is going to go back to the ground game.
4:50 left to go in the first quarter. 0-0 is our score. 2nd down and long for the Redmen. They run the counterplay with Atwood. Atwood finds an open. He's at the 25, stumbles to the 20, and he's going to be buried there at about the 18-yard line by Ethan Abel.
That was a nice little play there for the Redmen, able to get some good yards off that counter play for Atwood. He's able to just blow through that hole. Unfortunately, he kind of got one of his feet caught just a little bit by a Plainsman and stumbled. Otherwise, he had green grass going to the sideline and lots of it.
So the ball is back at the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 for the Redmen. 4:15 and counting left to go in this first quarter. We're still scoreless here from Oakley High School. Cougars split out to the right. Harris Nate, the tight end on the left side. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. They await the snap from their All-State center, Joel Montgomery. There is the snap. Colby's going to keep it himself around the left side. Colby's going to be bottled up quickly. Ellis Slack, the first one to hit him.
Nothing going there for Colby. He went to go to the outside. They had a guy out there and went to cut in the middle and got met by 2 Plainsmen. So Plainsmen ready for that play. As you've seen the coach over here for the Plainsmen trying to do last-minute adjustments right as the ball was snapped. His players evidently listened and got in position just in time.
So the Redmen send Colton Harris Nate to the sideline. They have 4th and 10, ball on the 18-yard line with 3:25 and counting left to go in this first quarter. It is a Lehman, the tight end on the left side. Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. 4th and 10 from the 18. Colby back to pass. He's looking for Kugler again. Kugler in the end zone. Does he get it down? Touchdown, Griffin Kugler. It didn't count the first time. It counts this time. Kugler from 18 yards out from Trenton Colby.
Great pass there by Colby to Griffin Kugler. Kugler going to the edge of the end zone, getting those feet down. Both refs doing the right thing, looking at each other, make sure each one got the right call. Hands went up for 6 points for the Redmen. Big pass play there from Colby to Kugler. They've shown that they like to go to each other, and that's why they get touchdowns that way.
The Redmen set up for the extra point. 3:14 left to go in this first quarter.
Colby, kicker, number 8, Sergio Lambert.
Redmond had to go for it on 4th down there to get the touchdown. Lambert's kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:14 left to go in this first quarter, the Redmen on the board first. They lead 7-0 over the Oakley Plainsmen. We'll take a timeout here. We'll be back with more first quarter action right after this as you're listening to Redmen football on KQMA.
You're watching Redman football on www.usc237 and Next Tech Channel 165. I don't know how well the stream's going. I have to daisy chain off my phone to my computer to the camera. I might be losing some connection issues. It looked pretty good earlier, but that was before we started doing a lot of stuff. So if it doesn't work out and you're still watching, you can watch it probably better with openspacessports.com if it's choppy and blocky and not very good. So Redman looking good here. Moved down the field, scored there. Lady Red's going to be in Concordia, Marto, for that big Concordia tournament. So if you're around Concordia, come on out and watch the Lady Red. We'll be getting on the bus at 7:14, so I should get home here from here about midnight or so and upload the video to the TV and then take a little nap. So you're watching Redman football on www.usc237 and Next Tech Channel 165. I'm Alan Donovan here, and David Sass is running the camera. Thank you, David.
He fell out of bounds.
It was a tough pass on either one of them for Trenton Colby to put that ball in there, but Kugler able to haul it down, looking like a pro out there pretty much, getting those feet down.
He had both feet down.
He had both feet, so it was a great play there for Kugler going to the corner of that end zone.
So here comes the Redmen to kick things off as Sergio Lambert will kick a left to right on your radio dial. It's Stevenson and Abel back deep to receive for the Plainsmen. Lambert boots this one deep as Stevenson catches it at the 5. He's at the 10. He's up to the 15. He's got blockers in front of him. He's at the 25, and he's going to be just short of the 30-yard line. Nice return there by Aiden Stevenson. As let's see where they mark him down. Looks like they're marking down at the 29-yard line.
That was a great return there for the Plainsmen as the blocking up front was perfect for him. Opened up a nice hold there down the sideline, and he was able to get that going right down the sideline, getting those good yards for him.
So 3:07 left to go in this first quarter. The Smith Center Redmen lead the Oakley Plainsmen 7-0. Quick update for you. Beloit up on Goodland 6-0 in that ball game. Ellis Slack split out to the left. No surprise, Griffin Kugler goes with him. Wishbone set behind Eric Kane. There is a snap. They hand this one off. Counter play with Abel. Abel off the right side. He's going to be brought down after a gain of a couple.
Not a whole lot going there for Abel. Hit the line of scrimmage, got bottled up again as the Redmond defensive line doing exactly what they need to do and just staying low, making sure they kind of create a little pile up there and then let Shoemaker come in from the backside as from the backer spot, or well, defensive back spot, and make that tackle.
I wondered if this was what the Redmen were going to do. So far, they have sent Griffin Kugler with Ellis Slack everywhere he goes as Sergio Lambert comes to the near side and will cover up the receiver over here. I formation behind Eric Kane. Abel dots the I, and now penalty here as the Redmen send Sass and Raby in on the defensive line. Raby, the defensive tackle, Sass, the defensive end. So a penalty on the Plainsmen, their first penalty. Pushes the ball back to the 26-yard line, second down and 13. Quick update for you, Republic County and Plainville. Plainville up on Republic County in the first quarter, 7-0. Again, I formation behind Kane. Abel dots the eye. They hand it off to Abel off the left side. He's going to be hit by Atwood quickly. Breaks the first tackle. Then he's going to be buried right there at the line of scrimmage as Atwood hit him first. And then Jake Sass came in to finish him off with Charlie Timmons.
Quickly through the gap went. Atwood shot the gap from the 4-point stance. He is one of those defensive tackles that comes off quick and comes off fast, and he comes off low. So it's hard for the offensive linemen to get their hands on him, and that time he showed it why. Got through there, got to the running back quickly in the backfield.
Zimmerman and Piper to the left, Slack to the right. T formation behind Kane as he's in shotgun. Sends Abel in motion. Kane looks right for Slack. He's going to go right for Slack and just out of Slack's reach. Incomplete, brings up fourth down. Minute 44 left to go in the first quarter, and the Smith Center Redmen lead it 7-0.
Tough pass on that one as he was throwing that right into the wind as he put some on there where only his guy was going to catch or he was going out of bounds. So a good placement for the ball. Tough pass though as once again going into that wind.
This time they put Colton Shoemaker as an up back right there in front of Trenton Colby just in case this ball gets hung up again like it did last time. Minute 44 left to go in the first quarter. Smith Center leads 7-0. Slack rolls to his right, punts this one away. Trenton Colby picks it up at the 45. He's at the 50. He's got blockers in front of him at the 45. Cuts back, and he's going to be put down at about the Oakley 42-yard line. So nice return there by Trenton Colby and good starting field position for the Redmen.
Not only was Shoemaker being the up back there in front of Colby if the ball gets hung up, he's also there for the gunner that's coming down through the middle of the field. He can come up and hit that guy, slow him down, allows Colby to have more room to catch that ball and make a little bit of a return on it.
Well, we hadn't talked about it yet, but if people are hearing and they think that they're hearing static, it's not static. It's the wind right in our face. So we apologize. There's not really a whole lot we can do about it. Hopefully we're coming in crystal clear, though. Everybody can understand what we're saying as Griffin Kugler split out to the right. Minute 33 left to go in the first quarter, and the Redmen lead it 7-0 as they get the ball for their second drive. This time they hand it off to Atwood. Atwood off the left side, breaks the first couple tackles, lowers his shoulder, bulls through that tackle, and then a couple Plainsmen finally bring him down, but what a great run on first down by Jaden Atwood. As this one's going to depend on the spot. It looks like they are going to mark him just short of the first down marker, though.
Atwood lowering his shoulders there. Like, by lowering his shoulders, I mean he put his shoulder pad about ankle height to hit one guy, and he just bounced off him when he done that. So tough running there by Atwood. Good job on keeping his feet off of that, and then just bounced off and got some extra yards.
Second down and one, ball at the Oakley 36-yard line. Or 34-yard line, I should say. Quick pass to Kugler. Kugler has it. He's at the 30. Cuts out to the 25. Kugler turns on his feet at the 20. Kugler's still on his feet. Touchdown, Griffin Kugler. This time from 34 yards out. It was a quick pass, and he turned on the speed up the sideline. Griffin Kugler with his second touchdown in this ball game.
That's one thing the Redmen don't do a whole lot is go with quick passes out to Kugler. He is a weapon out there, not only for his height, but he has speed as well. And that time, Kugler took a couple steps, came right back. Colby put it right in his numbers. He turned, got to the sideline, and downfield he went, outrunning the defense. So that was a great call there by Coach Sass. I love that call, actually, because you look over there on defense, the Plainsmen backing off of him 10, 15 yards, giving him a whole bunch of room to make a move, and that's exactly what Kugler did.
As Lambert's kick is up, and it is good. So, 45 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Smith Center now leads 14-0. You're listening to Redman Football on KQMA.
Hope you're enjoying these broadcasts here. Doing the best we can with what we've got. It's kind of all windy and stuff, and then it was sprinkly, and had to deal with that. Finally got some stuff set up. Had to set out an all call, and David Sass stepped up to do the filming here. So glad you guys are able to watch out there in Redman land. Yeah, it was choppy before because I have my phone plugged into my computer. I'm using my computer to share to my camera, and I had a couple other things open. I've closed those out, so I think we're good to go. I'd like to thank our sponsors. We have a few new sponsors this week. Dennis and oh my goodness gracious. Tamara keeps me updated. Ken and Diane Depperschmidt, Tim and Paul Pullens, State Line Properties, Sean Phelps, Kim and Burke Phelps, John Overmiller, and Ken and Diane Depperschmidt, Dennis and Pam Hutchison, Charlene Long, Larry and Barbara Wilson, the Holtis boys, Eldine, Mike, Mitch and Lyle, Donna Duntz, Mitch and Tammy Holtis, there in Kansas City, Neil and Karen Hearn, and Mike Hentz, and Gary Brenda Freely, and thank you for your contribution to keep everything working here at www.usd237 and nexttech.com.
The rest. Lambert boots this one deep. Stevenson, well, it's going to go to the up back, as that is a Slack at the 20. He's at the 25. Hendrich puts a shoulder into him. He's going to be brought down at the 30-yard line. Let's see where they mark him down at for sure, as he did fly forward. There is a flag on the play, it looks like, though. Right now the ball is at the 31-yard line, but let's see what it's all about.
Hendricks done a good job on that one. He was well blocked up there, and at the last second able to shut his blocker and just fall and grab ankles and legs and able to bring down the ball carrier going past him in slack.
Oh, looks like this may be on the Plainsmen as they were talking to Jaden Atwood. It is holding on the Plainsmen, so that'll push the Plainsmen back.
Oakley on the return.
That is the danger of what play like that, where Slack caught on one side of the field and he was coming clear across towards us. And, well, blockers in front don't see what's going on behind. Redman tried to go that way and just got a hold of Jersey as he went to pull away.
Ball's at the Oakley 17-yard line. I formation behind Kane. He's got man split left, split right. He sends Slack in motion right to left. There's the snap. They're going to hand this one off to Abel. Abel off the right side, breaks the first couple tackles. Abel bounces to the outside, and then Trenton Colby's going to bring him down, but a nice run that time by Ethan Abel.
Number 21, Ethan Abel.
Abel didn't have a whole lot of room to go through, but able to slip through there and get upfield. Trenton Colby, saving grace tackle there, came in, delivered a big hit, and brought him down. Otherwise, Abel would have been off to the races going to the outside there.
Ball's up to the 24-yard line. 2nd down and 3 after the gain of 7. Should be the final play of the quarter if the Oakley Plainsmen decide to snap the ball. As it looks like they're going to walk to the sideline, so that's going to do it for the first quarter with Smith Center up 14-0. You're listening to Redman football on KQMA.
Thank you, KQMA. We're working here with the breezy breeze here in western Kansas. Left early today so I could come down. I had a note from one of the network guys here that said I could use their internet, but it didn't pan out. So I'm having to use my Nextech phone to connect to my computer. Then from my computer I share to my camera. So thank you, Nextech, for allowing me to use my phone to stream these games, because if not, I'd just be filming and putting on the tape, on the TV later. Like I said, Lady Red are going to be in Concordia tomorrow, and then they're off for 10 days. The next match is going to be a week after Tuesday at Great Bend against Great Bend in Phillipsburg. So that's always a nice 2-hour and 10-minute, 15-minute drive down to Great Bend. Captain Corey always at the helm. Redmen next week, I believe, are going to be at Salina at Sacred Heart. So maybe some of you can, Salina folks can come out and watch Redmen live. So you're watching Redmen football on WWW-USD237 and Nextech channel 165.
3 to start the second quarter for the Oakley Plainsmen. They now go left to right on your radio dial. Ellis Slack split out to the right. One man split out to the left. I formation behind behind Kane. They hand it off to Abel. Abel tries to go up the middle, and he's going to be hit quickly by a couple different Redmen defenders.
Ball carrier number 21, Ethan Abel.
We'll bring up 3rd down for the Plainsmen. Looks like they are going to give him about a yard on the play. Ball just grazing the 35 or the 25-yard line. Well, let's call it gain of 2. I guess the ball's more at the 26-yard line. So 3rd down and 1. 11 and a half minutes left to go in this first half. So center leads Oakley 14-0. Wishbone set behind Kane. There's a snap. They come off the right side with Abel. Abel picks up the first down and more. Cuts at the outside. He's going to be pushed out of bounds after he picks up the first down. The first down of this ball game for the Plainsmen.
Tough running there by Abel. Had to get past a couple defenders right there on the sideline. Able to keep his feet in bounds and get past him until Trenton Colby came in and gave him a shoulder and went out of bounds with him. So good job there by Abel to get the first down for the Plainsmen. The Redman defense coming in strong there and shutting it down before Abel could really get going.
So here comes 1st and 10, the first down of the ball game for the Plainsmen. Ethan Abel off the right side. They go line up again in the wishbone set. 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Wishbone set behind Kane. There's a snap. They're going to hand it off to the fullback this time. I believe that was Stevenson. And he's met by Jaden Atwood.
Not a whole lot going there for Stevenson. Going through the middle as Jaden Atwood quickly going through again, getting low and taking ankles. Well, okay, it was Jaden. I'm like, I don't see him out there, but there he is.
As it looks like Jacob Kirchhoff is in at middle linebacker for the Redmen. They move Joel Montgomery back up to the defensive line. Spees and Timmons the defensive ends. Atwood and Montgomery the tackles. Kirchhoff, Conrad, and Hendrich are the linebackers. There's a snap. They're going to hand it off to Abel again off the right side. Abel is going to pick up about a yard or so up to the 39-yard line.
Once again, Abel, tough running there. He's getting hit almost right at the line of scrimmage. So to get those extra yards, it's just pure will on him. Getting those yards and pushing the line back a little bit as it's linemen. They hit him first.
Kirchhoff heads to the sideline. Montgomery moves back to his linebacker position. Actually, the Redmen going with a 3-down lineman, looks like here, Robbie. Atwood standing right now as a linebacker. As it is Raby, the nose guard. Spees and Timmons are the defensive ends. 4 linebackers, Conrad, Atwood, Montgomery, and Hendrich. There's the snap. Kane drops back to pass. Looks left, goes left. And it is intercepted. It's intercepted by Sergio Lambert. Lambert comes up with the interception, and the Redmen are going to take it back the other way.
The pass went through a Plainsman's hands. I'm not sure which Plainsman was over there, as there was 2 in the area, and just went through his hands. Sergio coming behind him, and it was like, here you go, here's a present for you, as it went right through his hands, landed in Lambert's hands, tried to make a couple moves, but unfortunately for him, he was going 2-on-1 and couldn't win the battle. But otherwise, great job there by Sergio Lambert being in the right place.
So 1st and 10 for the Redmen. Ball at the Plainsman 46-yard line. 9:50 left to go in the first half. Smith Center leads Oakley 14-0. Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. There's a snap. They come off the right side with Shoemaker on the counter. Shoemaker breaks the first tackle, gets a block from Kugler outside, and he's going to pick up the first down. Nice carry on first down by Colton Shoemaker.
Shoemaker made a nice cut to get upfield there as started to go to the outside, seen a hole open, just cut through, and got a big gain off. A gain of about 15.
Well, it looks like ball is going to be at the 33-yard line. 9:40 left to go in this first half. Smith Center leads at 14-0. Griffin Kugler going to be split out to the right once again. This time it is Harris Snape, the tight end on the left side. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. There's a snap. They come off the left side with Atwood. Atwood follows his blockers, cuts back, and he's going to dive forward for a gain of a couple up to the 31.
Atwood had to push one of his blockers and kind of cut back off him as his blocker was trying to stretch things, and the Plainsman doing the right thing, stretching that play, making Atwood have to cut back to the middle. And as soon as he cut, there's another Plainsman right there to help bring him down.
9 minutes of counting left to go in the first quarter. Smith Center leads Oakley 14-0. Griffin Kugler split out to the right. 2nd down and 8 for the Redmen after the 2-yard gain by Atwood on first down. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby, Shoemaker, Atwood, and Hendrich, the fullback, as they are going to hand it off to Hendrich. Hendrich cuts back. He's going to drag a couple Plainsman defenders all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Hendrich doing a good job here. Started the season off, he was the 3rd-string fullback, coming in, getting that starting spot there after a couple unfortunate injuries for the Redmen. But I don't think he's looking to give that spot up, as he is doing a great job for this Redman team and moving that ball.
Gain of 6 brings up 3rd down and 2 for the Redmen. 8:20 and counting left to go in the first half. Smith Center leads Oakley 14-0. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Shoemaker. Shoemaker off the right side, spins off the first couple tackles, still on his feet, getting pushed forward up to the, looks like the 15-yard line.
Great run there by Shoemaker. Got bottled up and just kept his feet moving. Able to get some good yardage off that one. So Shoemaker doing everything he can to get some yards as well in this game.
So puts the Redmen inside the red zone yet again. Hairsnape is the tight end. He'll be on the left side. Well, no, they're going to go broken bone as Hendrich will be the fullback. Shoemaker still in his running back position, but Atwood now in the slot, and Kugler split out far to the right. 8 minutes left to go in this first quarter, or first half, as they give it to Kugler again. Kugler breaks the first tackle, still on his feet. Kugler still on his feet. He breaks 3 more tackles, dives forward. He gets in the end zone, but there is a flag on the play as Griffin Kugler broke about 6 tackles, dove forward, got the touchdown, but we'll see what the flag is all about.
I want to see a replay of that from the other side of the field if they have one, because that was an amazing effort there by Kugler as he was bottled up by about 3 or 4 different Plainsmen at one point in time. He gave a hard hop to the inside, and all of a sudden he was in open field going towards the touchdown.
So unfortunately, instead of getting his 3rd touchdown to catch of the night, it goes backwards as it was a block in the back on the Redmen. Quick updates for you. Plainville with 1:32 left to go in the first quarter. They lead Republic County 13-0. Also in the second quarter, Hoisington's up on Ellsworth 14-0. And midway through the second quarter, Robbie, still scoreless at Lewis Field Stadium between Phillipsburg and TMP.
Sounds like a good game there at Lewis Field Stadium between the Panthers and the Monarchs, as those two teams kind of looking to bounce back a little bit.
So, again, broken bone as Atwood's in the slot. Kugler split out far to the right. This time they hand it off to Shoemaker. He's going to dive forward, picks up a couple on the play, up to the 17-yard line.
Unfortunate for Shoemaker as his lead blocker there slipped and fell, and he went right over top of him. Otherwise, he had green grass in front of him and a blocker to lead the way. But if his blocker went to fell, that would have been a big play for the Redmen.
So second down and let's call it 18 for the Redmen. Or 13, not 18. Ball's at the 18-yard line.
Second down, 14.
So second down and about 14 for the Redmen. Kugler split out to the right. They hand this one off to Atwood off the right side. Atwood is going to dive forward for a gain of another couple inside the 15 up to the 14.
Number 21, Jaden Atwood.
Brings up third down for the Redmen.
Tripped up by number 20, Braden Cunningham. Gain inside the 14-yard line. Third down and 9.
The Plainsman sideline starting to yell a little bit here, trying to get their guys fired up there as the Redmen face another third down and long here. So Plainsman side trying to help their guys out there on the field.
6:45 and counting left to go in the first half. Smith Center leads Oakley 14-0. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby, third down and 9. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Atwood off the left side. He jumps over the pile. He gets blown up as he's going over the pile. He gets up to the 9-yard line. We'll call it gain of 5. Brings up 4th down and 4.
As I'm sure any coach, they see their player go up over top of a pile in the middle of the field, not broke free yet, they kind of grimace a little bit. And I'm sure that one might have hurt Atwood, like you said, went up over as he was in midair. Not sure which Plainsman came in, but he laid a hard hit and brought Atwood right back to the ground quickly.
6 minutes and counting left to go in the first half. Smith Center leads Oakley 14-0. 4th and 4. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. Ball at the Oakley 9. There's the snap. They go quick pass to Kugler. Kugler has it in the flats. He's going to reach across, third receiving touchdown. Griffin Kugler, Trenton Colby, his 3rd passing touchdown in the ballgame, this time from 9 yards out.
Well, that play, it was almost a quadruple option. You got the fullback fake there. You had the option going out to the outside where either Colby could have kept it or he could have pitched it out to Atwood. But all of a sudden, he sees Kugler pop open in the corner of the end zone and just launched the quick pass out there to him. So good read there by Colby to find Kugler once again in the end zone.
Kugler with his 3rd receiving touchdown of the ball game. This time from 9 yards out. With 5:46 left to go. Some whistles on the play.
I'm not sure if there's there's the flag. It's clear on the far side.
Dead ball foul, false start.
It's going to be false start on the Redmen. Looked like the line maybe just jumped the ball by half a second or so. It wasn't much, but just enough that the ref caught it.
So the extra point attempt goes backwards. As Lambert going to line up this time from the 15-yard line. Kick is up, and even with the wind, the kick is good.
The wind kind of held the ball up a little bit there as it came off quickly, then all of a sudden it got up in the air and just kind of stalled out, but kept moving forward for Lambert. So Lambert putting it through for another field goal.
5:45 left to go in this first half. Smith Center now leads 21-0. You're listening to Redman football on KQMA.
Great kick there by King Sergio. Put that in there. Hope y'all enjoying these football games and the volleyball games we've put on. We've had quite a few people look at it. I looked last week and there 2,200 people had viewed it, which is not unique, which means I can go look at like 5 times, and that's 5 times that I've looked at it, and it increases that number. But I'm hoping everybody enjoys what they're watching and enjoys what they're seeing. If you'd like to help us out here, you can send money to Smith Center Junior Senior High School, 300 Roger Barton Way, Smith Center, Kansas. We'll put your money to good use. Like to maybe get a wireless modem I could carry around with me, so when I come to places like this, which is incredibly impossible to get any kind of internet connection, even with my Nextech phone, we kind of have to split things and kind of back-end things and over-tech it. So if we just had that basic modem, that would work. And my birthday's tomorrow, so I'll be going down there to Concordia with the girls for the volleyball match. Hope you all enjoy that. I'm going to try to stream. I never know how it's going to turn out, so I'm sorry if it doesn't work. So you're watching Redmen football on WWWUSD 237 and Nextech channel 165.
Booms this one deep. Stevenson lets it bounce. He picks it up to 10. He's up to the 15-20. He's got a couple blockers in front of him at the 25. He's going to step out of bounds just inside the 25 at about the 27-yard line.
You've got to give props to Shoemaker on that one, as he's the one on the sideline there going down the field. Got hit by one guy. The guy ball was coming towards him. All of a sudden he had a second guy, and he pushed them both to the out-of-bounds line, forcing that play out of bounds. So great job there by Shoemaker on taking 2 guys to the sideline and forcing that out-of-bounds play there.
Ball at the 27-yard line. This is where Oakley will start this drive. They send Piper and Zimmerman to the left, Slack to the right. T formation behind Kane as he's in shotgun. That is Stevenson and Abel in the T formation. They hand this one off to Abel. Abel right up the middle. He gets up to the 30, so gain of a couple.
Abel full head of steam going through the line of scrimmage. All of a sudden you just see his body just kind of shoot straight and him fall flat. Not sure which Redman was on the bottom, but they sure grabbed ankles, and he didn't go anywhere after that.
So Rothschild heads to the sideline for the Redmen. Jake Sass comes into the ball game at defensive end. Again, Jacob Kirchhoff is the middle linebacker, and Joe Montgomery back at the defensive tackle position. Again, Twins left, Slack to the right. They send Stevenson in motion. Kane awaits the snap. There it is. They hand it off to Abel again up the middle. Flag on the play, but nice gain by Abel, but we'll see what the flag is all about here.
I believe there's going to be holding on the Plainsmen, as one of the Plainsmen, well, he kind of had a hold of one of the Redmen's ankles and they were on the ground, so that is what the call is, holding on the Plainsmen. So the Redmen catching a little bit of a break there and moving the Plainsmen back.
This guy's spitting at us a little bit, Robbie. And it's every once in a while. We get a few drops here and a few drops there.
They can stop that one.
Quick update for you. A big game. Wamego and Marysville both 4-0 on the year. Marysville number 2 in Class 3A. Wamego up 14-0 right now. Holding on the Plainsmen. So 5:02 left to go in this first half. Smith Center leads 21-0. Ball's all the way back to the 20-yard line. First down markers at the 37-yard line. So 2nd and 17 for the Plainsmen. They go one man to the left, one to the right, or twins to the right. T formation behind Kane. This time they hand it off to Stevenson. Stevenson's going to pick up a couple. We'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Plainsmen. Conrad gets credited for the tackle. 3rd down and about, let's call it 14 after the gain of 3. Sass goes back out. Spees comes back in at defensive end. Let's see, they send Pfeiffer to the left. Twins to the right. Again, T formation behind Eric Kane as he's in shotgun. He sends Stevenson in motion. And there's a flag on the play. False start on the Plainsmen.
false start.
4:18 left to go in the first half.
Penalty. Takes the ball back to the 18-yard line.
So Center leads Oakley 21-0. Ball is back at the 19-yard, or about the 18-yard line. 3rd down and 19 with 4:10 and counting left to go in this first half. And now we have a timeout called by the Plainsmen. So with the 4:09 left to go in this first half, we'll take a timeout with them as you're listening to Redman Football on KQMA.
Well, it's starting to sprinkle here, and it looks like there's some rain coming in, so I'm not exactly sure what to do with our streaming stuff and our picture stuff, and I don't want to get a bunch of gunky rain in my camera. I think I have a plastic bag if we need to, and kind of cover it up a bit. If you need to cover it up, Dave, you can use that kind of fashion over it. Do you still have your plastic bag, Ethan?
As here comes the Oakley offense.
Military appreciation thanks.
Kane back to pass, looks over the middle, has Slack. Slack picks it up at the 30, and he is going to be short of the first down marker, but nice pitch and catch there by Ellis Slack and Eric Kane. Shoemaker makes the tackle for the Redmen, but it is going to bring up 4th down now for the Plainsmen.
4th down and 7.
So see what the Plainsmen decide to do here. 4th and 7 as Slack drops back to punt. Trenton Colby back deep to receive said punt. 3:39 and counting left to go in the first half. So Center leads 21-0. Slack booms this one deep and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a short punt as they continue to run up. And the Redmen going to have it at the Oakley 47-yard line.
As I think the wind caught that one, as like you said, that is a very short punt for the Plainsmen, as went up and wind caught it, shot it straight out of bounds.
47-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for the Redmen, ball at the Oakley 47-yard line.
47.
Quick update at the end of the first, La Crosse is up on Sacred Heart 21-6. Griffin Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. 1st and 10 for the Redmen with 3.5 left to go in this first half as Colby keeps it himself. Colby drives forward. Nice pickup there by Trenton Colby. See where they spot him down at. This one's going to be close to the first down marker.
They say going by the one ref on the far side, he's going to get it. But here comes White, had to look across to see.
And they are going to say second down. So just short of the first down. 2nd and inches now for the Redmen as they send Griffin Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. 3:08 and counting left to go in the first half. And they are going to hand it off to Hendrich. Hendrich right up the middle. And he's going to dive forward for the first down all the way down, this time to the 27-yard line.
Tackle made by 21, Ethan Abel.
So 1st and 10 for the Redmen, ball at the Oakley 27-yard line. 3 minutes and counting left to go in the first half. And Smith Center leads at 21-0. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby as Griffin Kugler split out to the right. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Hendrich again. Hendrich is going to be brought down, but not until he picks up a nice gain inside the 20 down to the 19.
A couple of quick hitters here for the Redmen, giving it off to the fullback going through. First back through, getting some big yards, not getting touched before the first tackler gets there, and that was about 8 yards downfield.
So, ball at the Plainsmen 18-yard line. 2nd down and 2. Kugler again split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. 2:15 and counting left to go in the first half. Swim Center up 21-0. They hand it off again to Hendrich. Hendrich still fighting for extra yards, and he's finally going to get pushed back.
Number 3, Dave Hendrich. Tackle made by number 9.
Looks like they're going to spot him down at the 16-yard line. So again, they are going to say 1st and 10 for the Redmen.
Gain to the 16-yard line of Oakley. 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 for the Redmen. Ball at the Oakley 16-yard line. Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. It is Shoemaker, Atwood, and Hendrich. Just under 2 minutes left to play in the first half. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Shoemaker. Shoemaker is going to get across the 15 up to about the 13-yard line, it looks like.
Shoemaker with that little hop cut right into the middle of the line. Not able to get things going off that hop. Landed, and there was a couple Plainsmen to wrap him up and bring him right down his tracks.
Minute 35 and counting left to go in this first half. Smith Center leads at 21-0 over the Oakley Plainsmen. Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. 2nd down and 7 for the Redmen. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Atwood. Atwood goes right up the middle, still on his feet, and finally drug down at the 6.
Atwood on the carry. Number 56, John Stecker makes the tackle.
Let's see, they are going to say 1st down for the Redmen. So 1st and goal from the 6.
1st and goal inside the 6-yard line.
Minute 14 and counting left to go in this first half. So Center again leads at 21-0 over Oakley. 1st and goal from the 6. There's the snap. They're going to hand this one off to Hendrich. Hendrich jumps over the pile, and he's going to be pushed back.
Ball carrier number 3, Dave Hendrich.
Bring up 2nd down and goal from, looks like the 8, so a loss of 2 on the play.
Hendrick hit the line there, and there was just nothing but a wall of Plainsmen to push him back and bring him down. It's a good job there by the Plainsmen stepping up here in the red zone.
Well, they're going to say ball's at the 7. There's the snap. They hand this one off to Hendrich again. He's met in the backfield, but he's going to go over the pile this time, and may have got that yard back. We'll bring up 3rd down for the Redmen.
Number 9, Jonathan Tremont. Number 76, Christian Cope. Makes the tackle. Timeout on the field.
Timeout for the Redmen. We'll take a timeout with them with 33 seconds left to go in the first half. So Center leads Oakley 21-0. You're listening to Redmen football on KQMA.
Redmond showing up real well here. We got some sprinkles coming down, so I'm not sure what I'm going to have to do with all my equipment here. Gave a bag to David Sasser, who's running the camera. Thank you, David. And Nathan does the Nathan Huffman does the game film, so I gave him a plastic bag too. So hopefully we keep stuff fairly protected if it gets pretty crazy here. Looks like we're kind of on the one edge of some rain going through, so hopefully that'll keep going away from us and we'll be okay. So you're watching Redman football on WWWSC 237 and XTech channel 165.
Goal from the 6 for the Redmen. They lead 21-0 over the Oakley Plainsmen. Broken bone set as Shoemaker split out to the right with Kugler. There is the snap. They hand it off to Atwood. Atwood off the right side. He fights forward, dives forward, and let's see, no signal yet. Looks like he's going to be just short of the end zone. So it'll bring up 4th down for the Redmen. 4th and goal from about the 1. And timeout called by the Redmen. They want to talk things over. 13.6 seconds left. Robbie, we'll keep this one here as the Redmen lead at 21-0. They face 4th and goal from the 1. If they can punch it in here, they could go up 4 touchdowns, and they get the opening kickoff in the second half.
You know, this timeout's really for 2 reasons. One, it stops the clock so they can get the right play calling, so they can go over what they need to do here. But you're right, going up 4 touchdowns and coming out at halftime and getting the ball back, that's huge for the Redmen here as, well, 1 yard. They've been able to kind of average that here, as I'm sure the Plainsmen, they're telling them watch for the run up the middle. Knowing Coach Sass, though, I'd almost guess he's going to probably try to pop this to the outside, maybe even a quick shot out to the side to Kugler maybe. But in this game where he's went for got passing touchdowns on the board. It's kind of hard to say what they're going to do as they got everything running for them here so far.
So, 13.6 seconds left to go in this first half. Smith Center leads at 21-0. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. It's 4th and goal from the 1. There's the snap. They hand it off to Atwood. Atwood right up the middle. Touchdown, Redman, as Jaden Atwood gets on the board with 10.7 seconds left to go. And the Redmen go up 27-0.
Tough run there for Atwood as he hit the line of scrimmage. One leg kind of got wrapped up, but able to pop that out quickly, keep his balance, and walk right into the end zone.
1 yard run for Jaden Atwood. As Redman come out to kick the extra point.
Point after attempt. Kicking is number 8, Sergio Lambert. Out of the hold of number 12, Trenton Colby.
Kick is up, and it is good.
Point after is good.
So with 10.7 seconds left to go, the Smith Center Redmen lead 28-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the final moments of the first half right after this. You're listening to Redmen Football on KQMA.
Hope the stream's working all right. I have no clue how it goes because I'm busy doing the scoreboard thing. And David's busy doing the camera thing, so hope it's working out. Like I said before, if you have trouble with the stream, you can always go to openspacessports.com and watch it on there. Mike and his crew does a mighty fine job on doing that. If you want to find out what's going on in Lady Red and Redman land, you can go to www.usd237.com. Check on the little dots there. Go down to athletic calendar, or you can also sign up for Redman alerts. So Redmen are going to be at Concordia tomorrow, C-Team volleyball, and at Stockton on Monday, and JV football at Republic County, junior high volleyball at Phillipsburg, and cross country is going to be in Phillipsburg next Thursday, so go on over and support the team. Go Redmen, go Lady Red.
Lambert's kick goes deep. And the Plainsmen going to cover it up at about the 28-yard line.
Covered remotely by number 5, Cody Zimmerman.
We'll call that the 28-yard line with 8.7 seconds left. See what Oakley decides to do here. One play, going to get the Plainsmen on the board, or going to get the Plainsmen going here. We'll see what that one play is going to be. They are going to send Slack to the right, Twins to the left, T formation behind Kane, as that is Stevenson and Abel. There's a snap. They hand it off to Abel. He goes up the middle. He's going to be brought down by Atwood. Gain of about 2 on the play, and that's how the first half ends with the Smith Center Redmen up on the Oakley Plainsmen 28-0. We'll take a timeout here. We'll be back to wrap up the first half right after this as you're listening to Redmen Football on KQMA.
Center 28, Oakley 0.
Okay. Dang it.
Well, Better Richard, and we're going to look at that halftime physics, prototype. Better Richard, let's look at halftime.
Welcome everyone to tonight's halftime performance. Tonight the Oakley Sharpshooter Dance Team is excited to perform their team routine dance to Hip Swing. They earned a blue ribbon on this routine during camp evaluation. it back till you let the beam wreck. Put your own self first, so let me form a circle, everybody step back. Now let somebody yell, get it. Bounce, take it on the floor. Get it low, bounce, swing it, hit quick. Get the bass, lift it back. Get it, tip it low, whip it low. That thing I'm moving like a gypsy.
Welcome back to Oakley High School. Jesse Ray alongside Robbie Gibson at halftime. The Swiss Center Redmen lead the Oakley Plainsmen 28-0. 3:14 left to go in the first quarter. The Redmen got on the board. It was an 18-yard pass. Trenton Colby to Griffin Kugler. The kick by Lambert capped off a 12-play drive. 56 yards, 6 minutes and 22 seconds to make it 7-0. 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The Redmen on the board again. This time a 34-yard pass. Trenton Colby to Griffin Kugler. The kick by Lambert was good. 2 plays, 42 yards and 48 seconds to make it 14-0. That's where we were at the end of the first quarter. And in the second quarter we go. 5:46 left to go in the second quarter. A 9-yard pass, Trenton Colby to Griffin Kugler. The kick by Lambert was good. 8 plays, 46 yards, 4 minutes and 4 seconds, made it 21-0. Then 10 seconds left to go in the first half. The Redmen on the board. A 1-yard run by Jaden Atwood. Kick was good. 10 plays, 47 yards, 3 minutes and 20 seconds, made it 28-0. Robbie, how'd our stats look?
For the Redmen, on the passing side of things, Trenton Colby, he had 61 yards on 3 attempts. And getting those yards, well, Griffin Kugler. On the rushing side of things, Shoemaker with 47, Hendrich with 37, Colby with 9, and Atwood with 64. Going over to the Plainsman side, Kane, he has 16 yards through the air. Getting those yards is Pfeiffer with 5 and Slack with 11. On the rushing side of things, Stevenson, he has 3 yards. Abel has 15. And Timot has 1.
So a different first half from the Redmen than we're used to, as 3 touchdown passes for Trenton Colby. Has he thrown an incompletion yet?
He has not.
So 3 for 3?
5 for 5 technically.
Technically 5 for 5, but 2 penalties.
Yeah, 3
so
for 3.
Griffin Kugler, 3 catches, 3 touchdowns. You count those 2 penalties, it's 5 catches, 5 touchdowns. So the Redmen very efficient here in the first half.
You know, you go back to his second pass and catch there. It was a 34-yard quick hitter. Just Kugler took a couple steps out, turned, went right back to his quarterback, got the pass in his chest, and just let him go to work on the sideline. It was one-on-one. He done what he needed to do, got past his defender, and then it was just who had the better jets going down the sideline, and that was Kugler going down the sideline. So quick plays there for the Redmen coming out in that passing attack, really getting things going here for him, which ultimately that'll open up the run a little bit, as well as the Plainsmen doing a fairly decent job shutting down the run.
I'm not sure why. Maybe it's my contacts. Does it look smoky out there?
Oh, it is. It's definitely foggy out there.
All right. Just making sure I wasn't crazy. I had to change my... You might have had to drive home if it was my contacts.
Nope, it is foggy, and that might mean wetness is coming at us.
Hey, shut up. Nobody wants to hear that. 28-0, the Swiss Center Redmen lead the Oakley Plainsmen here at halftime. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back and take a look at some of those other scores going on around the area right after this. You're listening to Redmen Football on KQMA.
As you head to the concession stand here during halftime, don't forget to stop by and get some raffle tickets from the Farmer State Bank for the Plainsman T-shirt quilt. The proceeds of that raffle go to the Norman Yardley Cancer Fund. And that fund assists area cancer patients who have or will be having expenses for cancer treatment. Take a look at the back of your programs today. like to thank the program sponsors, Oakley Farm and Home Center, Food Value Store, White Oak Financial Services, C-Bank of Oakland, People State Bank of Oakland, Business Incorporated, the Truck Stop, and IHOP Restaurant, DD's Meat, J&R Chevrolet, Sonic, American Drive-In, Pioneer Seed Yard, Great Western Tire of Oakley, Dish Trucking, and the Farmer State Bank of Oakley. Thank you to our program sponsors tonight.
Welcome back to Oakley High School. Jesse Ray alongside Robbie Gibson at halftime. This was in a Redman lead. The Oakley Plainsmen 28-0. As we take a look at some of the other scores we have reported in so far. Here in this first half, it looks like with about 3.5 minutes left to go in the first half, Beloit leads Goodland 30-6. At halftime, Scott City's up on Russell 21-0. Also at halftime, Hoisington's up on Ellsworth 28-0. Stockton's up on Hill City at halftime 14-6. Clifton Clyde's up on Victoria. Big 8-man battle there between undefeated teams. Clifton Clyde's up 14-6 on Victoria. Last score we had in, Plainville was up on Republic County 13-8. That in the first half there. Halftime, Phillipsburg has got on the board against TMP. It's 7-0. Phillipsburg leads at halftime there. Into the first quarter, last score we had in, La Crosse up on Sacred Heart 21-6. Into the first, Wichita County up on Trigo 14-0. Also into the first, Wamego up on number 2 Marysville 14-0. So some updates there for you, some big games around. Maybe not bigger than that Clifton Clyde Victoria game, Robbie, as that's two high-powered teams against each other there. And so far, Clifton Clyde up on Victoria.
You're right. That's two very good teams going against each other here, and that could be a good game all the way to the very final buzzer. So it's anybody's matchup. There's not a huge difference there in score. Going to be a good game, and the outcome will really help, really kind of alter that area a little bit.
So we're going to take a timeout here. We'll be back to talk a little college football, and then some more right after this. You're listening to Redmen Football on KQMA. Okay. Hey, kick a hole in that, would you?
Thinking about it.
Oh, the Braves beat the Cardinals. That's sad. Well, welcome back to Oakley High School at halftime. Smith Center leads Oakley 28-0. Looking at some college games, a top 25 team in action tonight. Number 18 UCF is up on Cincinnati 6-3. Other games tonight: New Mexico and San Jose State. Last night they saw Georgia Southern beat South Alabama 20-17 in double overtime, and Temple defeated East Carolina 27-17. Tomorrow, well, Kansas State can be heard right here on KQMA. Well, I guess just on KQMA. We'll have volleyball on KKN. So KQMA tomorrow afternoon, and that is a 2 o'clock pregame, 2:30 kick as the Wildcats welcome the Baylor Bears into Bill Snyder Family Stadium. Other games tomorrow: LSU hosts Utah State, Oklahoma is at KU, Wisconsin hosts Kent State. Looks like Iowa is going to be at Michigan, a big game there in the Big Ten. Looks like Oklahoma State will be at Texas Tech, UCF at UConn, TCU at Iowa State. Maryland's going to be at Rutgers, Tulane at Army, Boston College at Louisville. Central Michigan hosts Eastern Michigan, number 7 Auburn, and number 10 Florida. That's where College Game Day is going to be. Number 9 Notre Dame will host Bowling Green. Number 11 Texas at West Virginia. Some other games of interest. It looks like your Cornhuskers going to have another tough game at the Memorial Stadium as they have to welcome Northwestern, and it doesn't matter the year. Northwestern always a tough team, and it doesn't look like this year's going to be any different.
It really doesn't. Northwestern always seems to play Nebraska tough. It should be a good game. Nebraska looking to bounce back after the last week against Ohio State.
Yeah, that's just one of those. Throw the game tape away and just forget that it ever happened.
That was not a great game, but you know, at the same time, you want to keep that game tape though to kind of go back on and for that week anyways and go, okay, this was our mistakes. Now we'll just put this in a vault. So if we ever have a game like that again, we can go back and see what we really need to work on. But Northwestern coming into Memorial Stadium, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a good game. So if you're one to watch a game, that one would be one to watch at least. It should be interesting. I believe the last couple years it's came down to the wire. No, last year did.
Last year wasn't good for the Nebraska defense.
No.
That was like a 99-yard drive at the end of the game.
Yeah, well,
And I just kept watching. I was like, what are they doing? Tackle somebody.
But like I said, it comes down to the wire. I think the last 3 or 4 years, it came right down to the last drive, to the last play. So Northwest, they talk Iowa-Nebraska rivalries. I'm like, no, Northwestern has to be that one. That's a lot closer game than Iowa's has been in the last few years anyways. So it should be a good game. Your Cats have a tough one as well, but could be a good day for college football across the board, I think.
All right, we're going to take our final 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and get Robbie's keys to victory right after this. You're listening to Redman Football on KQMA. Okay, dokie. 2 minutes. That's the sign of whether or not moisture's coming down. I keep wiping it off to see. Everything's sticky, though, because of the humidity.
Yeah.
My hands are gross.
Huh?
Let's go sit in the ambulances.
Okay.
I hope everybody enjoys this. We're here at Oakley. David Zasser's running the camera, doing a fine job, I think. I don't get to really watch it or anything. It's kind of stopped spitting here for a bit, and I'm hoping it's done spitting for the night because we don't want to get a bunch of wetness in our gear. Like I said, we'll be headed to Concordia tomorrow for that big Concordia match. Usually what happens, it's my birthday for that, so I'll be partying with the Lady Red on the Redman bus headed down to Concordia, and hopefully Lady Red will be able to prevail and bring home a first place this year. It'd be wonderful to see. We're going to be starting off at the high school. It's the first time that I can recall we ever started off at the high school. So coming out and enjoy Lady Red. And Redmen and Lady Red won't have another match for another 10 days. And then Redmen, I think, are at Sacred Heart next week. It's either Sacred Heart or... Well, they have 3 away games, and there's Sacred Heart and Republic County, so we'll see how it goes. You're watching Redmen football on www.usd237.com. Okay, start the recording. Oh, okay. That's fine.
Make it quick on your keys to victory.
Well, for the Plainsmen, they can't give up. They got to keep going with what they're doing. They've done a great job here so far. Unfortunately for them, they just haven't been quite able to get down the field and get into the end zone. For the Redmen, they got to keep mixing things up on the offensive side of things. They've been doing a great job making this Plainsman defense kind of guess on what they're going to do, and it's been able to work for them here so far in this game. That's what I have.
Man, that was quick.
I kept it quick. You told me to keep it quick. They didn't even have time to set the clock yet, so I'll be good.
So Slack will kick off for the Plainsmen. It is Kugler and Colby as they go to the up back, though. A squib kick for the Plainsmen. And it was Shoemaker who handled the squib kick right at the 45-yard line. So the Redmen going to start their own 45, almost their worst starting field position of the ball game.
The Plainsmen rolled down right along the field there. Shoemaker bobbled a little bit, picked it up, got a few yards off the return though.
So 1st and 10 for the Redmen. Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Hendrich. Hendrich right up the middle. And he's going to be written down after a gain of 3. Ball going to be at the Redmen 48-yard line.
On the tackle, number 11.
11:40 left to go in this third quarter. The Redmen lead at 28-0. Quickly back up to the line of scrimmage are the Redmen. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Hendrich as well as Nate dives forward into Plainsman territory. He's all the way up to the Plainsman 47-yard line. We'll bring up 3rd down, and let's call it 2. So 3rd and 2 for the Redmen. 11:08 and counting left to go in the third quarter. Smith Center leads at 28-0. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby with Griffin Kugler split out to the right. There's a snap. They go off the left side with Hendrich, and he dives forward. Let's see. It's going to depend on where they spot him, Robbie, because he dove across the first down marker, but it looks like they're going to mark him right at the line to get.
I thought he got it, but the refs coming in from the side kind of looked at each other, and they both went to the same exact spot. So it's hard to argue between two of them.
4th and inches for the Redmen as Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. There's the snap. They hand it off to Atwood off the right side. Atwood gets bottled up, cuts back to the left, and he's going to be ridden down inside Plainsman 40-yard line down to the 39. So 1st and 10 for the Redmen.
Looked like Atwood might have had his head down a little on that run, as if he would have picked it up, he could have made a cut towards the far side of the field where there was no one. He had wide open grass going that way, but he kind of kept his head down a little bit too long, got into a defender. Otherwise, he had big yards written all over that play.
Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. 1st and 10 from the 40. 10:08 and counting left to go in this third quarter. Kugler gets the quick pass again, and Kugler still on his feet, finally written out of bounds after the gain of 5 up to the 35.
Same play that Kugler scored on that 34-yarder there in that first half. Takes a couple steps, turns around, there's the ball, make a move. And that time, Plainsman ready for it, push him out of bounds. But Kugler getting 5 yards though first.
2nd and 5 for the Redmen. Ball at the 35-yard line. 9:39 and counting left to go in the third quarter. Smith Center leads Oakley 28-0. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. Fumbles the snap, and Colby does the right thing, just jumps on this one. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Backfield covered by number 12, Trenton Colby.
I think right idea there by Colby, as it wasn't a bad snap. Not sure what happened as the ball's hit his hand, just kind of bounced out of there. So maybe he wasn't quite ready for it. Maybe the ball's getting a little slick. Not sure. But either way, Colby doing the right thing and just falling onto it.
3rd down and 8 for the Redmen. 9:05 and counting left to go in this third quarter. Smith Center leads 28-0. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby with Griffin Kugler split out to the right. There's the snap. He drops it back to pass. Colby under pressure. Breaks the tackle. Throws it deep for Kugler. Kugler is in a coverage, and he's going to have a flag. This may be defensive pass interference. We'll see what the flag is all about, but there is some dirty laundry as Cody Zimmerman was in coverage that time.
As that one, well, I'd say the wind caught it, but it went into the wind more as the ball went up. Instead of kind of being where Kugler needed it, kind of went the other way as Kugler was going where if the ball was passed, the wind could have caught it and could have ran underneath it, but it went into the wind and fell behind him.
So looks like they are going to talk to the Redmen captain. So Oakley's players already walking backwards, so the Redmen may have picked up a 1st down here due to penalty. Let's see. Here comes the call. It is a pass interference on the defense. So 1st and 10 for the Redmen. Ball is going to be at the 24-yard line.
As they were kind of being a little hands with each other, and that ball was catchable. Kugler could have made the adjustment, but Kugler, as he tried to start to make that, kind of got tangled up a little bit and ended up on the ground.
Actually, it looks like they did spot it about the 23 as Nolan Lehman comes in as a tight end. Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. There's the snap. They come off the left side with Hendrich, and he's going to be buried in the backfield. Good job defensively for the Oakley defense as Stevenson was the first one there.
Hendrich got the handoff. Stevenson hit him. There was no other step in there, just handoff hit. So not a lot Hendrich could do on that one. Stevenson read it perfectly, shot the gap, got in there, and wrapped Hendrich up before he could get anything going.
Looks like Landon Plummer in on the tackle as well. Ball back to the 26-yard line. 2nd down and 12 for the Redmen with 8:18 and counting left to go in the third quarter. The Smith Center Redmen lead 28-0. They wait the snap from Joel Montgomery. There it is. They're going to go off the right side with Shoemaker. Shoemaker lowers his shoulder. Shoemaker still on his feet and finally gets brought down at about the 19-yard line.
Shoemaker done a good job there. Found his hole, slipped through it, got in between all the big bodies and kind of kept low, able to get some good yards off of that, and just slipped up there for a nice gain.
So the Redmen back in the red zone for the 4th time in this ball game, and it is going to be 3rd down and we'll call it 6 with 7:40 and counting left to go in this third quarter. Smith Center leads 28-0 over Oakley. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. This time they hand it off. No, Trenton Colby keeps himself around the right side. Stiff arm as he picks up the 1st down as he gets pushed out of bounds. It looks like Trenton able to pick up the 1st down.
Nice job there by Trenton Colby going to the outside. Had to use that stiff arm just to get that extra yard to get that 1st down, as he didn't get it by a whole lot, it looks like, maybe just barely. But either way, a 1st down is a 1st down in that situation.
So 1st and 10 from the 13 is where the Redmen will have this one. As they send a Griffin Kugler split out to the right. Harris Snape, the tight end on the left side. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. Just under 7.5 minutes left to play in this third quarter. They are going to hand it off to Atwood. Atwood off the left side, and he's going to be tripped up inside the 10.
Jaden Atwood, the ball carrier.
Bring up 2nd down for the Redmen.
The Plainsmen, they're doing a good job. They're not trying to hit high. They are definitely shooting legs and wrapping up the legs of the ball carriers, not trying to take him down up high. Atwood, he's been one tackle away from getting some big yards here, but once again, the Plainsmen doing a great job getting low and wrapping up legs and ankles to make sure no big yards are taken off the ground on them.
Lehman, the tight end on the left side. 2nd and 5 for the Redmen. 6:55 and counting left to go in the third quarter. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Shoemaker off the left side. Spin move at the 5. Still on his feet, and he's going to dive forward down to about the, looks like about the 4-yard line.
Tough run by Shoemaker as he got bottled up. got his hand planted and just kept his feet kind of hopping and crawling with that one hand. Got some extra yards that way, but the refs quickly on top of it to make sure his knees didn't go down.
So, going to bring up 3rd down and 1 from the 4. Just under 6.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Smith Center leads Oakley 28-0. Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. They wait the snap from Montgomery. There it is. They go off the right side with Hendrich. Hendrich bulls forward. Looks like he is going to be right at that line to get. We'll see where they spot him down at.
That's the Redmen going back to atypical Redmen football here. Really using the fullback, really getting some yards that way, and then try to bounce one to the outside on you all of a sudden. So Hendrich getting a lot of carries here in this opening drive.
It is 1st and goal from the 2. 5:49 and counting left to go in this third quarter. Smith Center leads 28-0. The Redmen get the ball. They hand this one off to Atwood. Atwood off the left side. He's going to be met in the backfield. Fights forward, and he may have actually lost a yard or 2 on this one, Robbie.
Atwood spinning and spinning and spinning, trying to get to the side to go forward, but the Plainsmen able to hold on to him, kept their arms wrapped up around him, and finally drug him down. Tough running for Atwood, and great defensive stand so far for the Plainsmen here in this red zone area here.
Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and goal from the 4. 5:10 and counting left to go in this third quarter. Smith Center leads 28-0. Atwood, Hendrich, and Shoemaker, the wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. Kugler, split out to the right. There is the snap. Colby's going to keep it himself around the right side. One man to beat. Colby jukes. He dives forward, gets hit at the goal line. No side yet. There it is. Trenton Colby from 4 yards out makes it 34-0.
Had to watch for that bootleg as, pound the fullback, pound the fullback, pound the fullback. All of a sudden, fake to the fullback. Colby rolls to the outside, had the one guy, got the inside lane, took a couple steps as he was being hit, and just lunged, using every little bit of his frame that he could to get into that end zone for the Redmen touchdown.
So the Redmen on the board with 4:52 left to go in this third quarter. It was 15 plays. And a flag on the play on the extra point. That went 55 yards, that drive.
Dead ball foul, false start against Smith Center.
And it is false start on the Redmen, so that'll push them back.
Retry the kick.
As Lambert will retry here, this time from a little further back. Lambert's boot is up, and it is good.
Lambert's kicking those high. Probably very glad that wind's not catching these, as that wind was ripping on that one, but able to knock that through the uprights.
So, 4:52 left to go in this third quarter. Smith Center leads 35-0. You're listening to Redmen football on KQMA.
The play is going to be coming up in November. I hope y'all can come out to that. It's a kind of a retelling or a mistelling of the Robin Hood legend. So come on out. The kids are working really hard on it and making some good things going. It's kind of always a tussle with the players. So many players also in the play, also in sports and activities. So come out, and I think that's the third week in November. Keep your eye peeled for that. And for those of you who have to look into the future, May 2nd and 3rd is going to be the spring celebration for Home on the Range. There's going to be 2 days worth of celebrating. There's going to be golfing and fun run and pickleball. So everybody come out and enjoy that. Mitch always brings some Chiefs with him. So have a sit down, chit chat, and an autograph session. So you're watching a Redman football on www.usd 237 and Next Tech Channel 165.
Lambert, nice kick here. Stevenson picks it up, loses the handle on it. Stevenson has to go back. He's at the 5. Stevenson all the way back to the 5-yard line. He's looking for blockers. Stevenson has blockers. Stevenson gets hit. He's still on his feet. He's at the 35-40. Stevenson finally pushed out of bounds on the far sideline, as at that time, I believe it was Shoemaker finally pushed him out of bounds, but my goodness, what a return by Aiden Stevenson. That had bad news written all over it for the Oakley Plainsmen. As Stevenson had to track it all the way back to the 5. All of a sudden, he's all the way out to the 42-yard line.
That was a huge play there for Stevenson, as, like you said, he tried to that one clear back to the 5, went to catch it, and like I said there at halftime, it's a little foggy, which makes the grass a little bit wet. The ball gets wet, and that's exactly what happened. It hit him in his hands, just slid right through his hands, went between his legs, able to track it down, and get a great return off what was a horrible-looking play to start with.
Ellis Slack is split out to the left. One man to the right. I formation behind Kane. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff to Abel. He's looking to pass. He's going to go deep. He's got Slack, and it's tipped by Kugler and incomplete, as that was a great matchup there. Ellis Slack and Griffin Kugler both went up for it, and it falls incomplete.
Kugler timed that perfectly, coming in from behind on Slack, getting up there, pinpointing both of them at the tip of that pass. Knocking it out of there was Kugler, as, well, he had a little bit of help as his forward momentum hit Slack in the back and kind of knocked him forward. So great timing there by Kugler. It was a perfect call by the ref, not calling a flag on that one. So great play there by the Plainsmen. Also, Kane had a defensive lineman in his face when he threw that one, so it might have drifted on him just a little bit.
Wishbone set for the Oakley Plainsmen. There's the snap. They hand it off to Abel. Abel blows through the hole, and he's going to pick up a nice gain here on second down as he's in Redman territory down to the Redman 49-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
That was a big hole that that line opened up for Abel to fly through, as he got the handoff and he was on full speed before he hit that line. And that hole, I probably could have made it through, as it was big, it was wide for him. Every running back likes to see when that hole opens up like that in front of him. They know they got some good yards, and he did there. He got 9 yards quickly.
As Piper split out to the left, Slack to the right. T formation behind Kane as he's in the pistol set. There's the snap. They hand it off to Abel. Abel gets the 1st down, and he's going to be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I said last year during this game, this is kind of where Abel became more of a dominant threat for him, as he really started pounding the ball hard, running hard, and so far, first half, he's done it. Now he's really doing it, as he's hitting them, and he's delivering the hit. He's not letting him hit them. He's delivering that hit and going over top of the Redman defenders for a couple extra yards.
1st and 10 for the Oakley Plainsmen. Ball at the Redman 45-yard line. Just under 3.5 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Smith Center leads Oakley 35-0. As Kane goes back, talks to his running backs. T formation as Kane stands in the pistol. There's the snap. They hand it off to Stevenson. Stevenson gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up about a yard on the play.
Stevenson, like you said, got a yard on that one, as soon as he could hit the line of scrimmage, had one Redman hit him and start the spin, and then there was a host of Redmen there to help pull him down.
2nd down and 9. Just under 3 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Smith Center leads Oakley 35-0. Twins to the right. One man to the left. T formation behind Kane as he stands in the pistol. Kane awaits the snap. Again, 2nd down and 9 as the Plainsmen go left to right on your radio dial. There's the snap. Kane drops back to pass. He's under pressure. Goes in. It's tipped by one of the Redmen. I believe that was, let's see. Not sure which Redman it was, because there's about 3 different Redmen in there. As Timmons, Spees was there, Raby was there, and Atwood were all there. I'm not sure which one got their hand on that one.
I couldn't either, as it was a side angle for me, so I couldn't really see the number. But, you know, the Redman defensive line, they are coached very well in that aspect. If you can't get to the quarterback, you get your hands up and you try to knock that ball down, and that's exactly what happened there. They've done it quite a few times this year already. Can't get there. They just get the big paws up there and knock that ball down.
Slack runs out to the left. Wishbone set behind Kane as he's in the pistol. There's the snap. They're on the counter play with Abel. Abel tries to bounce it to the outside. Breaks the first couple tackles. Jumps over Shoemaker. And he's going to get up to about the 40-yard line. So nice run by Abel. Still going to bring up 4th down, though. 4th and let's call it 5. As see what the Plainsmen decide to do here. That back edge of the ball grazing the 40-yard line. 2:10 and counting left to go in the 3rd quarter. Smith Center leads at 35-0. As it looks like the Plainsmen going to try to go for it here as Ellis Slack is split out to the left, or split out to the right at the moment. They're going to send Piper to the left. Zimmerman joins a slack to the right. T formation behind Kane as he's in the pistol set. They send Abel in motion. There's a snap. Pump fakes. Looks right. He's under pressure. Kane's going to try to keep it himself. He's going to be brought down. He's going to be brought down by Joel Montgomery. And it's a turnover on downs as Montgomery got a hold of Kane. Brought him down after the gain of 1. Turnover on downs. The Redmen regain possession with the ball at their own 39-yard line.
Montgomery on that one got there perfectly. Spun off his guy, and right there was Kane. Got his hands out there, wrapped him up, pulled him in, and didn't allow him to go anywhere. So great job there by Montgomery. Shed his blocker at the last second. Kane had a little bit of a hole coming up, but Montgomery quickly making sure that hole didn't happen.
So the Redmen to regain possession here in the third quarter. With a minute 41 left to go in the third quarter, Smith Center leads Oakley 35-0. It is Kugler split out to the right as the Redmen go right to left on your radio dial. Lehman the tight end on the left side. There's a snap. They're going to go counterplay with Sergio Lambert. Lambert gets the block on the right side. He's at the 45, and he's going to get up to close to the 50, but there is a flag on the play. So nice run by Sergio, his first carry of the ball game, but this one may be coming back as it is holding on the Redmen.
I say that flag's in the realm of holding as it came from the back judge there. Just kind of nonchalantly tossed it out there. So nice run by Lambert, though, to get the first down, but unfortunately for him, his first run is going to get erased by a penalty.
Quick update for you. Phillipsburg leads TMP. 11:07 left to go in the fourth quarter there. Phillipsburg leads 14-7. So 10-yard penalty for the Redmen.
Holding against Smith Center.
Ball is now at the 28-yard line, so let's call it first down.
The spot of the foul. Moves the ball back to the 28-yard line. First down, 21.
First down, about 21. Ball at the 28-yard line. Minute and a half and counting left to go in this third quarter. Smith Center leads it 35-0. Broken bone set as they go. Kugler and Atwood to the right. Hendrich and Shoemaker still in their spots. Quick pass, pump fake. Colby's going deep. Kugler's got the step. No, it's Atwood. Atwood has it, and he's going to be brought down inside the 35. What a huge play. That's the first reception by somebody other than Griffin Kugler. Not this game, all year long. So Jayden Atwood, the second receiver on the year for the Redmen, and he picks up a huge first down.
As that was just a great play there by the Redmen as they gave a little fake to the outside, little pump fake to Kugler as they've been giving a quick hitters to Kugler all night long. Quick pass out to him. Well, all of a sudden I look downfield and Atwood all by himself. If this wind wasn't there, Atwood might have been able to catch that one on stride and waltz into the end zone.
So 1st and 10, a ball at the Oakley 33-yard line. There's the snap. They hand this one off to Lambert again. Lambert's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Nothing going there.
Well, there is a yellow flag down there on the field again coming in from the back judge. So in the realm of holding as the play was going one way, and I believe I've seen a little bit of it as the Plainsmen trying to go, and I seen that jersey just extend.
So wind, every once in a while the wind dies down. It's not too bad, but then the wind picks back up, and right now the wind picked back up here in Oakley as we await the call here from the head referee. Ball right now is spotted at the 35-yard line as he's talking to the Oakley captains. I mean, it would be 2nd down and 12 if they decided not to take it, but it looks like they are going to push them back, and it'll be 1st down and long for the Redmen.
Holding is the call against Smith Center.
Ball is going to be spotted at the 44-yard line, so again, going to be 1st and first down about 22 as Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby. There's the snap. They hand this one off. No, Colby keeps it. Now he flips it at the last minute to Atwood, and Atwood's going to slip down right at the line of scrimmage.
As that was a good play there for the Redmen. Done a little option. Good pitch out there. Atwood went to stop. Well, grass must be getting a little slick as his feet kept sliding in front of him, and down Atwood went. Otherwise, that was a good play call there by Coach Sass.
That's probably going to do it for the third quarter with Smith Center up 35-0. Trenton Colby still standing over there talking to Coach Sass. So that's the end of the third quarter with the Redmen up 35-7.
Hope everybody's enjoying these games here. I'd like to thank KK and KQA, Robbie, and Jesse for doing the play-by-play. They always do a fine job. We've got lots of stuff going on here. I hope you can come out and see the Redman I think they're going to be in Salina next weekend. If you want to find out what's going on in Smith Center, Lady Red, USC 237 land, go to www.usc237.com and check out the athletic calendar that has more than athletics on there. Of course, we'll be doing some Christmas stuff here after a while. And we're going to be that'll be the last week in November. And I'd like to thank our sponsors who have helped us out here. Dennis and Pam Hutchison, Ken and Diane Depperschmidt, State Line Properties, Kim and Burke Phelps, and Big Hutch and Mrs. Hutch. Can't find my download here, so let's go back here. Nope, that's not it. Tammy Frank sends me the updates on who's sending money. Gary and Brenda Freeling, first people to add money to us. Mike Hance, Neil and Karen Hearn, and Mitch and Tammy Oltis, Donna Dunce, the Oltis boys, Eldine, Mike, Mitch, and Lyle, but Larry and Barbara Timmons, Sherilyn Long, and here we're back in action.
As he pump fakes, he's looking deep for Kugler. Kugler has Zimmerman in coverage, and Zimmerman, what a great defensive effort that time by Cody Zimmerman, as at the last second he got that hand up there and got the deflection. There we go, that's the word I was looking for. What a great play by Cody Zimmerman.
Zimmerman made the perfect play on that one. A little out and go route, gave a pump fake, went streaking down the sideline. Zimmerman played it perfectly, got up there, like you said, last second, hit that ball straight up and went out of bounds behind him. So great job there by Zimmerman on playing that ball perfectly. That was Colby's first incomplete pass of this game.
Third down and 22. Wishbone set behind Trenton Colby as they hand it off to Atwood. Atwood off the left side, dives forward. He's going to pick up a couple on the play. We'll bring up fourth down here for the Redmen as they're going to have it fourth down and long from the Oakley 41-yard line, Robbie. Do you pin him deep here and have Trenton Colby drop back to punt? Do you go for it? A lot of different options here as they could just have Trenton Colby try to punt this one and pin Oakley deep here.
You know, if I was a coach, I'd try to pin him deep here. I mean, you're just inside the 50. Might as well try to pin them deep inside. If you can get them inside the 5, that'd be great. But inside the 20 would be great anyway. But try to flip the field position here a little bit better.
Looks like Trenton Colby is back deep to punt the football. Ellis Slack is deep to receive as the Redmen are going to run an option play. As Kugler has it, he's got Colby in front of him. Griffin Kugler still on his feet. He cuts back to the 25, still on his feet, and he's going to be pushed back. He's going to be close to that first down marker as Trenton Colby, the lead blocker, my goodness, he put up a great block, but there is a flag on the field.
That was a huge block by Trenton Colby, as normally you don't see a quarterback get out there and hit like that, but he laid
he's defensive back first, and they just have him play quarterback.
Right, because he laid the boom, and when he laid the boom, it wasn't just on one, it was on two. He hit two guys and took them both out of the play and allowed Kugler to get past them. So I'm not sure what this flag was on, because that was a perfect hit by Colby.
It had to be over there somewhere. I'm not sure what that flag was on either, but the ref's still deciding what we're going to call here. It is an official timeout. Let's see here.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened. As you know, the one that I was thinking about is the penalty, or the right in front of us thing. Oh, they're bringing the chains out. Okay.
Like, is there somebody down over there? What are we? But they are bringing the chains over because Griffin Kugler is close to that first down marker as the Redmen went for the fake punt.
I don't see any flags down, so maybe there's not a flag on the play.
I thought I saw a yellow. Maybe not.
Unless it's right there in front of the Plainsmen's bench and I can't see it.
Either way, the Redmen did not get the first down. There it is, holding on the Redmen. They are going to decline that penalty, and they're going to take it turnover on downs.
Well, that was either way. If the Redmen on that play had a huge gain, though, off a fake punt, and, well, I didn't see him going for a fake punt in that one, but I think the big play off of that was from the quarterback delivering a huge hit. Kugler directed him to get out in front of him and do a little blocking, and, well, Colby didn't let him up one bit. lit a couple guys up and let Kugler get a big gain.
So 1st and 10 for the Oakley Plainsmen, ball at their own 23-yard line, 10:58 to go in this ball game. Sioux Center leads at 35-0. Abel off the right side. He's going to be ridden down after a gain of a couple. He's going to get up to, let's see, the 20.
Tackle made by number 1, Colton Shoemaker.
Looks like about the 29-yard line. Well, it looks like actually they moved it back now to the 28, so we'll call it 2nd down and 5. 10:35 and counting left to go in this ball game. Sioux Center leads at 35-0 as Cody Zimmerman runs the play in. Looks like Zimmerman going to be split out to the left. Slack to the right. They'll go I formation. Behind Kane as he's in the pistol set. Tamont is the fullback. Abel dots the I. 2nd down and 5. There's the snap. They're going to hand it off to Abel off the right side. He's met in the backfield, breaks the first tackle, but he's going to be brought down quickly by the Redmen defense as there's a whole host of Redmen in the backfield that time.
Abel's doing a good job getting the handoff, and then he has to break tackles pretty quickly as he hits the line of scrimmage. Able to get just a little bit of a yard on that one, not much of one.
That's a negative sign. Loss of one.
Loss of one.
3rd down and 6. Ball's going to be back at, looks like the 28-yard line. Called 3rd down and 6 with 9:40 and counting left to go in this ball game. Sioux Center leads at 35-0 over the Oakley Plainsmen. As Zimmerman split out to the left, Slack to the right, I formation behind Kane. There's a snap. He drops back the pass. He rolls right. He's looking for Slack. He's under pressure. Passes it off, and it's picked off. It is intercepted by the Redmen. And let's see, it's Nate Hendricks with the interception.
Nice job there by Hendricks to read that play. Kind of followed Kane over there, and as Kane released it, Hendricks just jumped the route, able to take off with it. Well, not really take off with it. He was up in the air when he caught it, so great job there by Hendricks to at least come down with it to keep that interception for the Redmen.
So it looks like the ball is right at the Plainsmen 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
9:25 left to go in this ball game. And 1st and 10 for the Redmen, ball at the Oakley 35-yard line. Kugler split out to the right. Quick pass to Kugler. Kugler on the slant. Another great defensive effort by Cody Zimmerman as he's been tested all night long by this Redmen offense. And Griffin Kugler has got the better of him. But the last 2 times, Cody Zimmerman has played great defense.
Zimmerman really did on that one as just a little quick slant for Kugler coming in front. Had the front angle. Zimmerman played it perfectly, came in, hit it. And if it didn't pop out of the hands of Kugler, Zimmerman was in the right position to wrap him up as well.
So brings up 2nd down and 10 now for the Redmen. Again, Kugler split out to the right. Cody Zimmerman asked to cover him once again far out to the right here. Wishbone set for the Redmen. They're going to hand this one off to Atwood. Atwood off the right side, lowers his shoulder. He's going to follow his blockers up to the 30-yard line, gain of 5. As it looks like Kugler and Zimmerman kind of going at each other over here on this near side, Robbie. As that time I look up and Cody Zimmerman's laying on the ground at about the 18-yard line. So Kugler had his block.
Well, that's always good. And that was Atwood's 18th carry here in this game so far.
It is going to bring up 3rd down and a short 5. A ball just grazing the 30-yard line for the Redmen. 8:45 and counting left to go in this ballgame. Sioux Center leads 35-0. There is the snap. They hand this one off to Atwood again. Atwood off the right side. He's going to pick up the 1st down and more as now the pile's getting pushed as the Redmen big men push him across inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line.
Done a good job on that one. We've seen a couple weeks ago in the game where you can't push the runner, but you can push the pile. Those guys came in, made a little bubble around Atwood, and just gave a push. Got him another couple extra yards on that one.
So, 1st and 10 for the Redmen. Ball at the 18-yard line. They're inside the red zone for the 5th time in this ball game. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Atwood again off the left side. Atwood, he's going to fly through the hole, and Atwood's going to score from 18 yards out. 8:11 left to go in the ballgame. The Sioux Center Redmen on the board again. This time an 18-yard run by Jaden Atwood makes it 41-0.
That hole opened up, and Jaden Atwood went right through it quickly up the field and cashing in for that 18-yard run. I don't know if anybody touched him. It looked untouched from here, but one of them might have been able to get their hands on him there. But according to my stat sheet, he can't run the ball anymore tonight. He's at 20 carries. So otherwise, great run there by Jaden Atwood going through the middle.
8:11 left to play. So center on the board after an 18-yard run by Jay Natwood.
Point at 10.
4 plays and 35 yards for the Redmen. As Adson Day to kick the extra point. It's up, and Abel almost got a hand on it, but Day's going to kick the extra point. His first extra point of the season. He was 0 of 2 before tonight, but Adson Day gets the extra point to make it 42-0. We'll take a timeout here. We'll be back with the rest of the fourth quarter right after this as you listen to Redmen football on KQMA.
Adson Day puts one on the board. Way to go. Good to see the fellow him to be able to be out there and participate after the issues he had earlier. So great job, Adson. Great job, Redman, putting this game pretty much out of reach, I'd say. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Anyway, I hope you enjoy what you're watching. Those who are far away and those who are close to home, you can always send money to Smith Center Junior Senior High School, 300 Roger Barton Way. We'll take $5, $10, $15, $1,800, whatever you got to share and can afford to share. We really appreciate it, and we'll read your name on the internet and on Next Tech Channel 165. So we're working to make some new things happen, and hopefully be able to get stream stuff working out a little bit better. Right now my phone, my Next Tech's phone, is connected to my computer, and my Next Tech computer is sending the signal to the camera so you can watch all over the world and on TV. You're watching Redman football on WWWSD 237 and Next Tech Channel 165.
We await Lambert's kick. There's his approach. It stays on the tee, and he's going to boom this one deep. And Stevenson going to pick it up, and it did finally roll out of bounds. That one was close again for Stevenson. He's playing with fire over there on that far sideline that time, because last time when he tried to return it, it rolled back and he had to pick up at the 5. This time, it almost didn't roll out of bounds.
He was right there on top of it, but he was in a bad spot to be on top of it. His back was turned to everyone. So technically, if Redman would have got down there, they could have went between his legs to pick that one up, and it would have been Redman ball inside the 10. So, you know, as a coach, that's the thing you never want to see your guy do, is turn his back to the play and then just try to watch the ball out of bounds. Just go ahead and pick it up and try to get a return on it. Yeah, you get a good chunk of it back on the penalty, but if it went out of bounds, the Redmen were within 10 yards of him. So once again, he would have had to make a big play out of nothing, but it would have been tough that time.
So instead, the Plainsmen get the ball at their own 35-yard line, as it looks like Jackson Pickney in on the corner now for the Redmen. The Plainsmen send Abel in motion. They are going to hand it off up the middle, though. That is Stevenson. He's going to pick up close to 5 on the play. Bring up second down and 5. Ball just outside the 40-yard line.
Number 64, Nathan Dowd.
See Pickney in the ball game, along with Nathan Yeager, Colton Shoemaker, and Bentley Montgomery. It looks like the linebackers right now are Tassell, Kirchhoff, and McKenzie. Sass, Dowling, and let's see, Raby, and also on the defensive line is Chuck Bailey. So there's your Redmen 11 defenders. Abel goes in motion again. Kane back to pass. Kane looks in the flats. He's got his man. That is Piper all the way up the sideline. He's going to be pushed out in Redmen territory as it is down to the 43-yard line.
72, Tice McKenzie.
Is credited for the tackle, but with the Redmen up by 40, running clock here, Robbie. The first time we've had the running clock this season.
You know, you never want to see a team get beaten like this, but with the wind, I'm kind of okay with it a little bit tonight, just to get out of the wind a little bit here. But otherwise, this Plainsman team, they're a decent team. They can move the ball pretty well.
So, Kane gets it. Hands it off to Stevenson again. Stevenson's going to be hit at the 40 by a couple different Redmen defenders. So Stevenson gets the ball down to the 40. It's going to bring up second. Oh, there is a flag on the play, actually. So the clock continues to run. Again, the Redmen up 42-0. And 11-man football, once you hit 40, well, the clock keeps running. Unlike in 8-man football, when you get 45, the game's just over. Kind of missed that rule, huh?
I kind of missed that rule at certain times when, you know, the weather is colder and the wind's in our face. I kind of missed that rule. Otherwise, you know, it's a rule that's there for a good cause anyways. but at the same time, it's a rule that, I like the 11-man rule where the clock just continues. That allows you to get some of your younger players in here like the Redmen are doing, getting some guys that normally don't see a lot of time on the games, get them in there, get some experience. And also, who wants to go to practice and never see games? So this is a good time to get the guys in there, let them get some experience.
So Twins right, one man to the left. Kane in shotgun. They send Stevenson in motion this time. Kane drops back to pass. He's going to go to the flats to Slack. Slack gets through the first tackle, and now it's a gain tackle over on the far sideline for the Redmond defenders.
Well, that's exactly what the Redmond defenders need to do over there. Slack got him, made one guy miss, and then all of a sudden he had, all 11 Redmond defenders right there. So he wasn't going to be able to get very far with it, but he done everything he could to try.
That was going to bring up 2nd down and 11.
2nd down and 11.
Clock continues to run. 5 minutes left to go in this ball game. Smith Center leads it 42-0 over the Oakley Plainsmen. Kane has the wishbone behind him with Slack split out to the right. Bentley Montgomery in coverage over on the far sideline on Ellis Slack. But now there's a flag, false start.
False start, Oakley. 5-yard penalty.
So now Bentley Montgomery gets the challenge at guarding Ellis Slack. So far tonight, it's been Griffin Kugler. He did a nice job, and now Bentley Montgomery over there on the far side. He's getting asked to guard to cover the senior. So freshman against senior this time.
And that is a tall task to ask of him, but he's done fairly decent so far.
Bentley Montgomery anyway.
He's done a decent job so far this year in covering some guys like this, but Slack will be his biggest test so far.
Well, they hand it off to Tamot. Tamot's going to be drugged down at just outside the 45. It will bring up 3rd down now for the Plainsmen.
Tackle made by number 63,
Tassell on the tackle for the Redmen. Ball's at the Redmen 44-yard line, or 46-yard line, excuse me. Wrong side of the 45 there. 46-yard line. 3rd down and about 13 with just under 4 minutes left to play in this ballgame. Smith Center leads at 42-0. One man to the left, that is Zimmerman. They go Slack to the right. I formation behind Kane. Kane awaits the snap. There it is. He's going to drop back the pass. He's under pressure. Raby hits him, and it is going to be Sheets that catches it in the flats, but he's going to be hit well short of even the first or even the original line of scrimmage as Bentley Montgomery with the tackle.
Completed to number 11,
so Sheets gets his first reception of the ball game. Still going to bring up 4th down and about 11.
That was a big hit on Kane. Didn't see it coming. Got hit from the back and got drugged down, but good pass and good arm strength to get that pass out there to Sheets. Sheets unfortunately caught it right as he had a Redman smoking him in his back, so nothing either one of them could really do to get some extra yards on that play.
Looks like the Plainsmen are going to go for it here. It's 4th down and 11. As, let's see, it is Piper to the left, Slack to the right. T formation behind Kane. Now we're going to have a timeout call by Oakley as they want to talk things over. 2:48 left to go in the ballgame. Smith Center leads at 42-0. You're listening to Redmond football on KQMA.
Thanks to David Sass again for running the camera. I was kind of concerned about even running the scoreboard and the camera. If I wouldn't have had somebody to take over, I would have just not had the scoreboard. I think people like the scoreboard, even though I'm terrible at stopping the clock and doing some other stuff. But I'd like to thank Brett Decker for pointing out that I spelled Oakley wrong during the first half and part of the 3rd quarter. Yeah, I look at my phone every once in a while for updates and stuff. And thanks for everybody who's sent me messages, letting me know that things were working. So Lady Reed be packing up here, heading home. I'll put it on TV and then go home, take a little bit of a snooze, then get up and get on the Redman bus and head down to Concordia for that big Concordia tournament. We got a lot of 3A teams there, some 2A teams, so it should be pretty exciting. Lady Red in Concordia. It's my birthday, and that's what I usually do is go on my birthday to watch Lady Red. So just another year in my life. I'll be 65. Social Security isn't happening yet. The Medicare people keep sending me all kinds of crap. So you're watching Redman football on www.usc237 and Next Tech Channel 165.
They send Slack in motion. There's the snap. Kane drops back. Kane under pressure. He's going to be hit, and he breaks the tackle. He passes it off. It's going deep. And incomplete pass as Pfeiffer had in his hands. It hits the ground and turnover on downs. The Redmond defense holds up, and it will be Redmond football with 2:30 left to go in this ball game.
Pfeiffer done the right thing there, seeing his quarterback was in trouble. Started coming back for the pass. Just didn't get back quite far enough as he had to go to the ground for it, and it hit his hands. But once again, it's a little foggy here. Maybe the ball's a little bit slicker as it slid right through his hands. Pfeiffer, though, done everything he could to try to help his quarterback out there.
Let's see. We'll try to get all these guys in. Nathan Dowling in on the offensive line. Also out there will be, let's see, out wide, though, is Jackson Pickney. Jager's in at quarterback. Jake Sass, the fullback. There's the snap. They hand it off. They come to the right side. That is going to be Andrew Wilkinson. He's about the only guy I don't have on your sheet, Robbie.
Of course.
So Wilkinson, Bentley Montgomery, and Sass are the wishbone set. On the offensive line is going to be Downling, along with Owen Wagner. The center, I believe, is Brennick Spees. McKenzie's out there at left guard. Nolan Lehman is the tight end, and I believe Chuck Bailey is the left tackle. There's the snap. They hand it off to Sass, and he's met right away. As not a lot going that time for Jake Sass.
I believe the Plainsmen were in a 6-man front on that one, and Sass had nowhere to go because 6 guys just overpowered the whole entire Redmond line and caught Sass in the backfield.
So Coy Hairsnape comes into the ball game now. He'll be the left or the right guard, and Wagner will move out to the right tackle. Again, Lehman is the old tight end on the left side. Jackson Pickney, the wide receiver to the right. Sass, Wilkinson, and Bentley Montgomery, the wishbone set behind Nathan Yeager. 3rd down and 9 for the Redmen. They hand it off to Wilkinson off the left side. Wilkinson gets spun around. He's going to get up to midfield, and there is a flag on the play with 20 seconds left to play in this ball game.
As that flag's in the realm of holding. An official throws the flag, went back and talked to the ref, and it is holding.
Hey, good call, Robbie.
Well, I thought I might see it. As one of the Redmen, he ended up on the ground, but he had the guy underneath him as well. So not exactly a pancake block, as it was back probably almost 10 yards from where about 5 or 6 yards from where the ball or the line of scrimmage was. So a little bit too far out there for a pancake block from the lineman, but otherwise the Redmond line that time opened up a good hole for him.
As that is going to do it. Smith Center defeats Oakley 42-0. We'll take a timeout here. We'll be back to wrap up this ball game for you right after this, as you are listening to Redmond football on KQMA.
I'd like to thank K-Can for helping us out here, do the play-by-play. They always do an excellent job of following up and keeping things in track and making good things happen here for Redman. Redmen, I believe, will be in Saline at Sacred Heart next week. Better check that out on www.usd237.com, the athletic calendar. You can also sign up for Redmen alerts to find out, and if you sign up, you can also get emails from Kendall, the athletic director, and he will keep you posted from week to week what's going on. So hope y'all can come out and enjoy football and volleyball. Lady Red will be in Great Bend in 2 weeks on a Tuesday, and then the next Thursday it starts MCL at Hill City. So like I said, my birthday is tomorrow, so I will not be partying too hard tonight. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'm Alan Dunham with David Sass on the camera. You're watching Redman Football on www.237.com and Next Tech Channel 165. See you tomorrow, if I can stream.